far right Republicans, very far left Democrats, and hammer out solutions to problems. I mean, that's what I do all day at the Capitol, or when things are going well, that's what I'm doing. But, you know, I think about, there was a colleague, I hope he doesn't mind me mentioning him on here. His name is James Frank, out of Wichita Falls, very, very conservative Republican. And he and I met when I got elected, and we bonded over the stupidest thing, which was that we both had the same first name, right? Like that's, when you meet someone, like that's, sometimes you go off of like the most superficial basis to create a friendship.
James is a really common one.
I know.
As his joke.
But I remember we started this joke of like, we're the James Caucus and you're vice chair, blah, 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 right? It was a stupid basis for a friendship, but it was a basis. And from there, he started to like come back to where I sat on the floor. And like when things were slow, he would just come kind of sit and shoot the shit. And he would say like, he would reveal some of the interesting, non-orthodox views that he has about politics, which then gave me an opening to kind of express some of my dissatisfactions with this political system in both parties and the way it forces us into tribes, all that stuff. Anyway, all those conversations really created an actual friendship, and I consider James an actual friend. And then what got interesting is how we took that friendship into public policy, because I think it was 2 sessions ago, James had a bill that all the Democrats hated, including me. I hated the bill too. It was a bill to allow homeschool kids to participate in UIL. Now, I know you have...
What is UIL?
Yeah, I was going to say, that is basically school sports in Texas. It's like the sports league. And as you know, sports are very,
Why did you
very
not
important.
Like that?
Well, my concern was that the public education system is not a buffet table, right? Where you can just come and say, I want to do the sports, but I don't want to participate in the actual school or the academics, the life of the school. I didn't want it to become this fragmented thing that everyone could just pick apart and just do the fun stuff. That was my first reaction. Mm-hmm. James sat down with me, which right there, a Republican coming to a Democrat and like actually having a private conversation about a bill, that doesn't happen enough, and it should. Because when he sat me down, he was able to use all the conversations we'd had to talk about this policy. And he said something to me that just blew my mind. He said, James, whenever we talk about immigration, you always say, don't punish kids for the decisions their parents make.
There you go.
Right. And immediately I was kind of first embarrassed and ashamed, right? That's our natural reaction when we're wrong. But I was like, James he's absolutely right. Like these kids didn't decide to be homeschooled. This may be their only opportunity to interact with kids their own age in a public school setting. This, the opportunity to do UIL football or choir or theater or debate, like this could be a door that opens for these kids.
Yeah.
So anyway, I ended up crossing party lines to support that bill. And I got a bunch of blowback from my folks. But I felt like this trust that I had with James, someone who is on completely polar opposite side of me, moved me in a way that I actually changed my opinion on something.
That's awesome. I think also, if you just look at it objectively, that would be socially beneficial to those kids. So
for sure,
if it's beneficial to those kids would be better members of the community.
And you know what? We passed that bill a couple of years ago, and I got to talk with some of the homeschool kids that are participating, and it has been a game changer for them.
That's awesome.
And what's interesting is that has become a great recruitment tool for the local public schools, right? Because then the public school is able to show off the UIL, how much fun it is, and then the kids sometimes enroll. The point is, like, I was open to changing my own mind.